Recording is now in session. Welcome. Welcome to A Date with Dietitians. And today's topic, we're going to continue on our protein series. I'm Ann and this is Karen, and we're both Maha dietitians. And today we're going to get into protein because what makes protein. We talked about protein last time. So now we're going to talk about what is protein so we can keep going forward. And in our next episode, talk about all the popular peptides, that are going on. So I felt like this would be a good start so everybody can understand everything and make good choices. And we're all about optimal nutrition, not minimum like the RDAs used to be. What are your thoughts, Karen? Do you have
Yeah,
anything you want to talk about before we get started? How are you, by the way?
I'm good,
Good.
good.
I've got some delicious herbal tea, everybody. It's mint and green tea. Delicious, super healthy, full of antioxidants. That's my afternoon beverage.
I'm using my mom's McCarty pottery. This is
And
the
tea
Mississippi
is
River.
very important. Yes, it's beautiful. That's the Mississippi River, isn't it? I recognize it right away. So yeah, so today what I want to do is break down protein. So we talked about proteins last time, which was a while ago. And so what are proteins? They're basically the building blocks of everything in your body. So we've got your structural proteins like collagen, you've got messenger proteins, you've got proteins that act like neurotransmitters. You've got chemical proteins, digestive enzymes are proteins. So basically, your whole body is made of protein. So, but what are proteins made of? What makes up a protein? What are they? Everybody's throwing around protein. We need this amount and that amount. And I do want to talk about how I'm not meeting my own
Oh,
requirements
yeah.
and how hard that is. But proteins are made up of amino acids, and amino acids are really cool molecules because of the way they are structured. Any comments, Karen, as we're going along?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let me forget, I wanna do a fun fact before we're
Okay,
done
you have
today.
yes. So today we're gonna do that, and then also I have a product. I have a something tried. I'm very excited to talk about. Something true is going to be all about what makes up proteins, which is amino acids. So that's really the topic we're going to be covering today, and what you need to know about amino acids so you can make informed decisions about all the products that are coming out lately. So what is an amino acid? Well, an amino acid, I get my little notes out because I do have a visual. I just love amino acids and I love amino acid chemistry, but we're not going to get too into that. So don't worry about that. So the reason, and I'll just throw this out there, why are they called amino acids? Why? Why?
They have an amine
Amino
group.
acids. Well, there's a great reason they're called amino acids. And it goes to how they work. So amino acids come from basically they have one end that has a nitrogen section. That's the best way for me to explain it. And the other end has an acid section. And these are in the middle. I'm going to show my little graphic here because I think it's easier to understand. And I do want everybody to understand. So when we're talking about peptides and proteins in your mind, you can, visualize maybe how they work. So you've got the amine group. So this is the amino part with the nitrogen and the two hydrogens. And it's actually, I guess, a base, acid base stuff, people. I don't know. So that's your basic side. Then you have the middle. There's a carbon in the middle, this random hydrogen hanging out. And then, well, I really should have started on this side. So let's do the amino side. This is the amino side because it has a nitrogen and the two hydrogens, and it's actually a base. And then this is the acid side with the COOH group. So that's the acid section. That's the amino section, hence amino acid. Now, in the middle is this central carbon, this random hydrogen hanging out. And the R is going to be what we're going to be talking about today. All the different amino acids, all their different types of them, so they're all different, but they all are basically, I guess I'd say, like, building blocks like Legos, and they kinda have to fit together just in certain ways so that they function properly. So, anyway, that's how they join together. The acid part likes the amino part of a different amino acid, and then they all hook together the way your DNA directs them to so that your body can function. It's really quite amazing. So, peptides are in the news a lot. So, what is a peptide? A peptide is basically amino acids joined together. So, your shortest one would just be two little amino acids, and that would be a dipeptide. Then you've got your oligopeptides, that's 3 to 20, and then your polypeptides, which are over 200. And, like, for example, everybody's heard of hemoglobin. So, that has 574 amino acids in 4 big sections. So that's just an example of how many are in, a protein we all know about. And yeah, the next episode, yeah, we're going to talk about peptides. So these are what peptides are made of, the amino acids. Now, is creatine an amino acid? We talked about this last time. No, it is not. It is just a teeny tiny little molecule, but it is derived from, I'm going to say, 3 amino acids. I mean, it says 2 in most of the literature, but if you don't have methionine, you can't make creatine from the glycine and the arginine. So that's what amino acids are. They've got an amine side, the acid side, the R side, which is the long protein part that connects. And then they are divided up into different groups. And Karen, are you going to elaborate? Because are we getting enough? I mean, the whole point of this is, are we getting enough amino acids? Are we getting enough protein with the new requirements out? I know I'm maybe meeting half of what I think I should get a day. It's hard.
Yeah.
So, and then when do we want to do my something tried? My product in
I don't know.
between?
Yeah, do you wanna do that now? Do it.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, I'm really excited about this product, and I am going to demonstrate it like I'm doing a YouTube video just because I really love the packaging. So what I want to talk about today and show you all today are these vitamin C bright eye hydrogel patches. Comes in this really cute box, which is our colors, actually, our podcast colors. And it's got vitamin C and B3 and I can never say it.
Hyaluronic.
Yes, acid in it. And this was only, I think, like 16 or $17. So the vitamin C helps with the collagen and the brightness. Oops, and the B3 also helps with that. So I'm gonna give these 5 stars, but they're so cute. They have little cute flower on the top, and you open it up. It's got this protective covering so that it stays nice and jelly.
Oh, yeah. Does it have the snail?
And it has a little thing that you can pull them out, and they're very refreshing. I've been using them, and you just lay them on your eye.
Which way to put it? Do you put the, like, little thing towards the corner or towards the other?
Yes. I put the little thing am I doing it backwards?
No, I don't know. I mean,
Let
are
me
there even
know.
I
So,
actually worked
I'm
for
giving
today, and I
these
was
a
like, I don't even
5 star,
know.
and you can get them at our store, but I just love the packaging, the way the colors, and made me happy. Okay, now back to
Okay,
amino acids.
okay, amino acids. So, there are 20 standard amino acids. There are essential, conditionally essential, and what they call non-essential, but really they're all essential. We need them all. Scientists have called some of them non-essential just because your body can make some of them
Mhm.
from others. So
Yes.
they basically pull things apart and make, put them together and make others. So they're referring to things as being non-essential if your body can kind of make them. But they have to have the building blocks to be able to make them. So if you didn't eat enough protein in general, you wouldn't be able to make them.
You won't
So
even
they're
have enough to do
right. You
non-essential.
have to provide the resources for them to make them. And so there's 9 essential, right? And we had to learn those in school, and we had all these mnemonic devices to do.
Yes.
What one did you learn?
I think there's, like, Nitvum or something weird.
I think we learned Private
Yes,
Tim Hall.
PVT,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
That's not even the right thing.
Phenylalanine, valine, 309.
My favorite. Did you say methionine?
No, tryptophan, isoleucine, N-methionine, histidine, arginine, leucine, and lysine.
Phenylalanine.
That's the first one, private.
Okay. I didn't hear you. Okay.
Anyway,
Yes.
so those are
I'm
the
adjusting to my new equipment, people. Thank you for being patient.
those are the essential ones. And some they say are conditionally essential, like if you're in states of stress,
Yes.
you might need more like arginine. You don't always, like if you're I know with in the hospital, burn patients,
Mhm.
you would need, they're conditionally essential. You'd need more, or breastfeeding mothers, or after trauma.
Anytime, right, there's rapid growth,
Yeah.
trauma, injury. Well, I don't know, stress, I mean, couldn't that apply to me every day? So I'm
Well, rapid cell turnover usually for that one, but
okay.
and because I know a lot of tube feeding formulas would have some supplement, some of
Mhm.
those supplemented. Anyway, so those are the building blocks for protein, and the good thing about those is that they don't require any digestion, so they're just go straight into the bloodstream, and those are just the foundation of what your body can use to then start building whatever they need for those metabolic processes, whether it be
Mhm.
hemoglobin or collagen or
And
whatever it is.
I have a nice little list of some of, what the essential ones do. I think you gave it to me, but
Oh,
I think these are interesting. Histidine, I mean, we've all heard of that, right? I
mhm,
mean, that's involved in surprise, helps produce histamine for immune support and digestion. Isoleucine is another essential that's involved in muscle metabolism. We've got leucine, which I think you're gonna talk a little more about later. Leucine?
leucine, yeah.
Yeah. That helps with muscle repair and growth. And we got lysine, that's collagen, energy, and immune support. Methionine is detox and nitrogen balance. Phenylalanine is a precursor to neurotransmitters and messenger type. Threonine is collagen. Tryptophan, we've all heard of tryptophan. That's involved with serotonin, and then valine is the last essential one. So I thought those were pretty interesting and how
Mhm,
they all hook together to make up everything in our bodies, essentially.
mhm.
No pun intended.
Yeah, yeah. Leucine, they've been shedding a lot of light on leucine lately, and it seems to become more and more important as we age because it seems to our bodies are not quite as efficient with using it. And so it's often referred to uh, as it's almost like the most important, I don't know, amino acid when building muscle or needing to lay down muscle. And if you don't get enough of it, you actually can't start that building of muscle, especially
Mhm.
in the elderly. And you need 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine to stimulate that muscle protein synthesis in the elderly. And so you really need to be aware of what sources have adequate leucine in them, and they're usually things like whey's a good one, eggs,
E
chicken,
I'm a big fan of eggs.
eggs, yeah, good, and we can pop up a chart. There are other sources that are, if you're a vegetarian, that do provide it, but then you're gonna wind up having more calories to get that
Mhm.
same amount in, and you're gonna have to consume more. So you just need to be aware of how much you're gonna need to consume to get that threshold
And we're gonna
in.
do a show on plant-based diets, right?
So
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so. I think it's
So I do
important.
wanna give an example of, if, for instance, if you're doing kind of shake in the morning with whey
Mhm.
protein isolate, that has the highest concentration of
The
the,
leucine.
yeah, and it'll have, I think 3 to 3.5 grams. Let's see. It says, I don't know by weight. How much did it say? I think it would have per serving, but I'm not sure how much a serving was. Another source would be, I think they said pea protein isolate if you wanted to try to do that. So leucine is a branched chain amino acid, and we could kind of talk about branched chain amino acids just a little bit. I know with ketogenic diet, there was a
Yeah.
lot of talk about, and I don't want to get too much into
They're all
that.
essential, aren't they? All of them
Yeah,
are in the
they are.
essential
But,
box.
um, a lot of people were supplementing with just the branched chain amino acids. There's really not a lot of evidence that shows that you should supplement with branched chain amino acids. I mean, if you're eating a well balanced diet and you're eating adequate protein, specifically meat sources and egg and dairy,
Mhm.
and you're eating adequate amounts, focusing on leucine, you should be getting adequate amounts of everything else. You don't need to supplement with branched chain amino acids.
I would say if you need to supplement with anything, it'd
Becau-
be eat some extra eggs.
yeah. If you were really worried, I guess you could do a whey protein isolate, which has
Mhm.
everything in it. I mean, I would do something that has
Oh, you're
all
still
the.
talking about plant stuff?
No, no.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying
Just to
if
get
you were
enough.
worried about not getting adequate protein in, I would supplement with something that has all the essential amino acids,
Mhm. I agree.
not one.
I agree.
There's no reason to supplement with an isolated essential amino acid unless you have a metabolic disorder.
Right, unless you're a burn victim or something as
Right,
well,
right, right.
right?
Or yeah,
So,
yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't need to go to
no,
yeah.
it's too many supplements, and I'm not against them. And
Now,
this will all
I'm
lead we're
gonna
gonna
say
also
this
do an episode on collagen too. I
I
mean,
wanna say
that's
this really, really quick. I remember I used to get canker sores a lot. Do you know what those are?
yes.
And in the '80s, I don't know why, but it was like a big deal. And I actually I had this thought today at the gym, and I was like, I remember, I don't know why, but people thought if you took L-lysine, it would help with
Yes.
canker sores. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And I remember my dad went out and bought me some of it and helped. And I looked it up and I was like, sure enough, it was like a big thing. Like people thought it would help. And the reason they thought that was, first of all, they thought canker sores were similar to herpes, like
Mhm. Some
the,
are.
what do you call those things on the outside?
Yeah.
The
Not a
fever
sunspot.
blister,
Yes.
fever blister, which are not the same. They're not the same. But I guess for a hot minute in the '80s, they thought that it would help with the cell turnover and it would help with that. Anyway, it's kind of been decided that it has no effect on the healing of that tissue repair. They were, yeah, take 300 milligrams of L-lysine a day and it'll help, blah, blah, blah.
Ew. I remember for sure.
Anyway, so because I was like, why do I remember taking L-lysine when I was yeah, so
No, I
not
didn't
a
have
fan.
canker
Yeah.
sores, but the only time I got canker sores, and if I do now, it's like if I'm eating chips, it's like an
Let me tell
injury.
you what will help. Quit Get some toothpaste that does not have sodium laurolate in it,
Well, I've
and
switched all my
they'll go
toothpaste.
away.
That's another thing I can talk about. I've been using
And
I
they'll
have
go
been
away and they won't
using
come back. Yeah, so
a
I switched to Pro Enamel, a long time ago, Sensodyne, and I don't get them anymore.
no, I never
My
get them
dentist told me
unless I
that.
have a the last time I did anything is because I had a chip in my mouth and I sneezed and it made a canker it, like, poked
Like
my
a sore.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
I used to get them all the time when I was
no, I didn't. Yeah, no, I did never get them. Thank
anyway,
goodness.
so please, please, if you're I think really if you're 50 and older, you really need to focus on this.
Well, yeah, I'd like to interject because I have been trying to eat more protein. I always
The
have. We
same.
talked about this last time. I never agreed with the stupid RDAs. Ridiculous. But I decided I wanted to have like 90 to 120 grams a day. And I mean, I'm barely hitting 80. And I'm using collagen in my morning smoothie. And I eat a lot of meat. So I don't know. Like, I don't know how can I possibly get what I think I should get. And then the creatine thing, I'm bloating. So I'm going to give you all an
Mm,
update on that. I'm going to research
mhm.
the creatine HCl and see if maybe I can tolerate that better than the monohydrate because I do feel better.
Expensive,
Is that the difference? I feel different. I
yeah.
don't think it's a
Have you
placebo effect with the energy I
Did you buy
have.
it?
Not yet, no. I
Look
was
at the
gonna
price difference.
well, if it stops the bloating, I don't care. Like, and I bloat at the drop of a hat. So now it's been 2
Ah,
months. So I'll give you an update on
okay.
that. But here I
Yeah.
am a dietitian and I I'm getting maybe 80 grams. I don't know.
You're gonna have to start doing a shake.
Well, I do every morning.
Are you
Every morning I have
are
a
you
high
putting in
protein
whey
smoothie. If you
protein in it?
watched What Is Ann Eating Today, you would know.
Are you trying to get 30, 30, 30 in?
Yeah, inadvertently is
Or
yeah,
45? Really 45, 45, 45.
that is a lot of protein.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
So, all right, well, okay, I'm
Are you
gonna
gonna tell
start
me
all
your
over
favorite
again today, people. This will be day 1 of my new trial. Didn't have the creatine, so that's the trial, but I'm gonna try for 40. I don't know. I really only eat 2 meals a
and,
day.
I wanna tell you one more thing. So, they're saying now, we used to say we probably need to start talking about this, but the intermittent fasting,
Yes.
especially for our age and older, we need to rethink that
I will tell you
because I
my
feel
thoughts
like
on it. I'm not
I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm
no, I'm
saying
saying we should not do it like crazy people.
when you're trying to save your
Me
muscle
and your
and
metabolic rate.
lay down muscle, that morning meal and getting adequate leucine in the morning at that first meal of the day, uh, seems to be paramount. If you're doing weight training and trying to build your muscle mass that you've lost as an older person like me, that you're trying to regain some of that muscle or even not lose anymore,
Mhm.
which we all should be doing weight training. So I'm not saying if you're doing weight training, which we all should be doing, um, to either maintain or improve your muscle mass, having that 3.5 grams of leucine with a meal earlier in the day is probably more important than we realize.
I agree. I mean, I've been having eggs more often in the morning. I mean, I eat a lot of eggs. I'll have to say that. Eat a lot of omelets, eggs. So maybe I could have a smoothie and eggs, but then I'm
You
like,
can get
I
it from
can't
whey.
eat that
You can
much.
get it from other places. And
I don't
if
think
you're
whey is not doesn't I don't know. I don't think I do well with whey.
why? Because of the dairy? Because if you do whey protein isolate, then they've removed the lactose and it shouldn't bother you.
I'll just maybe do a few more maybe I'll just have more collagen. I do want to do
That's
the whole
of that's not gonna have it in there.
it doesn't have leucine in it. My combination, ancient nutrition, it should have all the amino acids.
We need to look at that. I don't think no,
Okay,
no, no.
I'll read the ingredients.
Okay, what's your favorite amino acid?
Okay, so back to amino acids. My favorite one, and it's a tie. I like methionine. I said that because it's involved in energy transport and tissue growth. And I also really like tryptophan because I like to think about Thanksgiving turkey and getting sleepy. But I guess that's a precursor to neurotransmitters, probably
Mhm.
too. It is serotonin. What's your favorite besides leucine?
Yeah, it's hard to say. There's so many. Glutathione. It's important for the body's detoxification process.
Mm-hmm.
When I first learned about it, I was like, why don't we all just take a bunch of glutathione? But you can't. You can't just go about that. Helps mitigate hangover symptoms and liver damage. Really do like glutathione. And there's just so many good
No,
ones.
I just love amino
Arginine.
acids.
I know.
I like how
Arginine.
they.
I really do like arginine because it helps so much with
I was gonna
tissue
say
repair,
arginine. Mhm.
hypertension, erectile dysfunction. That doesn't circulatory diseases.
Mhm.
Helps.
And the thing is, if you're missing any of these, you're not gonna be able to make the proteins that your body depends on for every single function.
Mhm.
So, I guess the hard part is, like, how many grams of protein are you aiming for a day or per kilogram
I'd
after
be happy if I had 100.
okay. So my 90 to 120 is in that range. I think that's a good target. And we're going to also talk about how important all this is if you happen to be on one of these popular peptides, because we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly about
Mhm.
these peptides that are so popular. The semaglutide, I was like, kept thinking it was it's semaglutide, tirzepatide, liraglutide, it's retatrutide. I guess these are GLP-1, and
So
they're pretty short. Are you getting a demonstration? I don't know, but I don't know, should we recap? Okay, so let's see. My takeaways are you getting enough protein? Proteins are amino acids. Are you getting the
And you
right
how much protein did we
proteins?
decide? 1.2, probably 1.5 grams per kilogram of ideal body weight.
I
That's
agree.
what I think
At a
is your
minimum, which
goal.
is it's hard. So it's a little hard. You have to make an extra effort. And hopefully this information is helpful. And when we talk about collagen
And
and the
included in that
peptides.
is 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine every
Okay. And we will try that. Okay. So next time we're going to be talking about all the fancy peptides, the good, the
or
bad, the
collagen. We haven't
ugly.
decided. Or
We're going to do
collagen.
a whole thing on collagen.
I may change your mind. Maybe
Huh?
collagen. I said or collagens.
We're gonna do one on each. We have to do a whole show on collagen. There's all those different collagens, and then some collagen says don't take it with other collagen. I'm like, why? It's all
Is it 2 or
protein.
3 or 5 or
Yeah.
4?
Is it Arctic? Is it bovine? Is it cod? It's and then colostrum is a protein.
I forgot to tell you, this leads into real quick, my fun fact.
Okay. Oh, your fun fact.
Bone collagen, because that's made of protein, so we need amino acids to do that, regenerates every how many years? Fill in
7.
the blank.
7.
30.
What?
But that I mean, that's why when you injure yourself, it takes so daggone long to heal and sometimes, like, never heals.
Well, no, I just was thinking, well, I must be regenerated. I'm 60, so I must have all new bone collagen?
No, collagen. Like, that's
Yeah.
why too, I think when we lose collagen here,
Yeah,
like, I think we almost just don't get it back because it's we don't live that long.
that's
Isn't that
crazy.
something?
I don't think that's a fun fact.
Okay, that's not fun.
I
Your
That's a sad
skin
fact.
but your skin replaces itself every 24 days. I think the skin in your mouth does it even more often because have you noticed if you bite your tongue or something like that, it
Oh, it
heals
was
really
amazing.
fast.
I bit my tongue the worst I ever did in my life, and it took 2 weeks to fully heal, but by
Yeah.
the next day, like, I thought maybe I had to get stitches or something.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
terrible.
here's another one. Bone marrow makes red blood cells, hemoglobin, and it makes 2.5 to 3 million red blood cells per second.
What?
So that's why it requires a lot of amino acids to do that.
Well, I didn't think, even that I guess I need to go get some fish for dinner,
Wow,
but
that's
well,
crazy.
hopefully any more fun facts?
No, but your body's always, I did want to say this. I can't remember the exact percentage. I think it's 70%, but your body, when it makes and breaks down stuff and then rebuilds it into something else, it'll reuse, I think, 70% of those amino acids to rebuild stuff.
Mhm.
Cause
That's pretty that's
as it, because it's constantly in a catabolic and
mhm,
anabolic state. But that being said, there's 30% of it that's kind of a waste, and that's why we have to eat to supplement that waste. Yeah. So I just found that interesting that you don't lose
all
everything
of
that
it. I mean, that is interesting. It's very
it's
interesting.
constantly kind of constructing and reconstructing. It kind of reminds me of the did you ever watch Fraggle Rock?
Yes.
And the little what were the little green guys called that was like building all the time? You know
I
what I'm
know, I
talking
can
about? And
picture them.
that's what I picture the amino acids just, like, in the
They're just,
background,
like, all busy
always
getting
building.
together,
And they were
forming different
blind. Weren't they
proteins.
blind? And they were just, like, building the clear structures all the
What do
time.
we need
Everything
now?
drumoids, I can't remember what they were called. Now I gotta look it up, but they were driving me crazy. Yeah. Anyway,
Okay, well, are we gonna wrap it up?
I gotta look it up. The doozers.
That's
And
a
they would
good nickname for amino acids.
yeah.
It is.
They were so cute. They were always, like, walking around building stuff. Yeah. So that's what I always picture when I picture amino acids, just building
The
and what was
building
the
blocks
trash
of
heap?
life.
Wouldn't they always go to the trash heap and ask for advice? Do you
I don't
remember that?
remember that
No.
much detail of it.
That's the liver. Maybe that's the liver.
I do not remember that. Yeah, the liver is very busy with amino acids. I mean, we could go on and on about amino
Yeah.
acids. Amino acid chemistry is fascinating.
Yeah.
But this is why people, the
Okay.
amine group, the acid group, and then the individual. This would be like the leucine part or the methionine part.
We didn't
But
even talk about the aromatics and
yeah, I know.
the
I just didn't want it to get too much
ones that are
chemistry. I want everybody,
nutrition.
like, to have a basic understanding so when they're at the store, they can figure out, "Should I get this? Should I not? What's going on with all this protein stuff in the news? Should I get colostrum? Am I a baby calf?" Like, I did have the milk thing the other night. I drank
Oh, yeah, so Anne apparently wakes up in the middle of the night and drinks milk.
I don't know why. I just crave it. I'm breaking my fasting if I'm trying 3:30 in the morning, and then I get back in bed, I'm like, "I just have to have more milk," and get up and get another glass. So, I don't know,
I
I
don't
feel like a
know.
baby calf in the middle of the night. Not
It's
usually
that
think of a
sarcopenia
guy,
associated
like
with aging.
I'm like, "Well, if my body must need calcium and protein, I don't know, it's
Yeah,
waking me up, and I don't want anything else, I just want milk or cranberry juice." Yeah, but it's
I
mostly
don't know.
milk, I'm drinking it right out of the carton, don't tell anybody.
What is it? I don't know.
It's some
I
kind of
don't know.
craving, so I think if my body craves something, I go ahead and eat it like a cheeseburger or something.
Your body yeah, maybe your
I
body's
do,
craving it.
sometimes I crave cheeseburgers, and once I start thinking about it, that's it. I'm like, maybe I need whatever, amino acid or probably iron,
All of them, all of them.
celiac issues.
What do you eat, like a potato bun
No, I just put no, just
on
put the
lettuce?
hamburger no yeah, lettuce and don't
Yeah.
even alright, don't that's we're gonna s hey, and we also have some
Oh,
announcements. We
yeah,
have an
do the
exciting
announcement
announcement. What happened to them? Okay, we're going to have a free Patreon called Down the Rabbit Trail. It's free Patreon, so please listen to it, and why are we calling it Down the Rabbit Trail?
because, I don't know, Grok thought that down the rabbit hole sounded a little sketch.
I
But it's when
know, and
Ann
I
and I get to talking and get a little off topic, but
mhm.
we think that you might find it
Enjoy it.
interesting. Yeah,
So, yes, so it's
because it may
family
or may not be
friendly.
subtly nutrition related.
Yeah, there could be nutrition stuff in there. I wanna talk about food noise. Alright, well,
Oh,
that was great, and I'm glad everybody listened. I hope you learned something. Please like and subscribe so we can get out there, and, I hope this was helpful. You have anything else to add?
no.
Alright,
We'll
until
just do
next
our
time.
okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.